Cant can now be imported from an external text file. The file contains station, speed, and applied Cant values. Station values can also be external station equations. Cant import is done over an existing Cant object. You can import all Cant points, or you can also import in parts, essentially appending to an existing Cant design. In 2025 version, virtual Cant points are also marked properly as tangent to virtual or virtual to Cant point type. This improves Cant processing when you edit the geometry or import new Cant. The virtual points are mapped correctly, similar to spiral transitions. Now let's go and import the points. Import Cant Points tool uses the same text import wizard as our other workflows. But there is one difference. That is, in the import Cant tool, we also have a station tolerance value. When we look at the Cant points, we can see that some of the points are exactly on the cardinal locations, but some other points, like these two, are off by some distance that is less than 1 meter, and this orange one is off by distance more than 1 meter. When we import the Cant, we will see how this difference and the tolerance of 1 meter will affect the import process. In the Cant editor, we can see that all the values are set as user, and the user Cant values are defined for each point. Please note that the calculated values are still stored, and you can still go back to your calculated value if you want to, but all the new imported points are marked as user values. Also, we can see that the speeds are updated to match with the imported Cant text file. Essentially, when you import the Cant, the speed table is also created that matches with the input values. When we look at the effect of the tolerance value that we defined, we can see that these two stations are updated to match with the existing cardinal point locations. This means that in these locations, the cardinal points are preserved. Only their values are updated. But on this point, the distance to a cardinal point was more than 1 meter. So the software created a new user point here. It has both applied Cant value as user defined, and also it is station as user defined. So this point is a new point. We can see what happened to the existing cardinal point in that location by enabling disabled points. As you can see, the existing cardinal point is disabled. The new location, which is just before the cardinal point, is now used for our Cant design. This automatic mapping gives us ability to preserve the Cant edits even after the geometry change. Importing external ALG or LandXML files also benefits from this point type logic. I will import a new track from a LandXML. We also have a new option here. When I am importing a Cant alignment, we also have a Cant feature so that when you import the Cant will have the right feature definition. And when we look at the Cant of this newly created geometry, we can see that all the values are marked as user values. And we can again see that these points are marked as cardinal points. When you edit any of these points, they will keep their values but will update their stations. When importing the geometry, default values that are used are now moved to the workspace standards. When you import a new geometry, if the input file you use doesn't have one of these values, the default that you defined here will be used. Finally, the virtual transition length and percentage is now accessible after creating the Cant object.